get a move on.
particular area is known as the Cloud Sea Valley. The valley was formed by a gatequake, which caused a large section of the ridge leading to the peak to collapse. From here, the clouds can be seen to spread across the sky like an ocean. However, commencing route creation. Deliver. Now leaving chiral network coverage. Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Hey! Quite the ordeal hauling yourself up here. You found the cargo I asked you to I'll go ahead and take stock of what you brought. This cargo. Your assistance has ensured that I have what I need. Go ahead and link me up with your cube.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So this is what it's like to be on the network. The computational capabilities are far beyond what I anticipated. Oh, and it's already yielded a useful result. Let me share this data with you. Toss it in the air and it'll hover in place, up, and since it fires MP bullets, you don't have to worry about unintentionally killing people. But that's not all. I've refined the design of the cargo catapults, a useful option if you want to bypass particularly rugged terrain along with your cargo in a single quick trip. I mean, I have to say, if you deploy them wisely, you can... And while they're distracted, you can sneak into secure locations or break contact with pursuers and make your escape. They've got all kinds of strategic applications, really. But they're not capable of... Anyway, I created the guns. This means they can be fabricated using existing materials. Yeah, the chiral network's pretty impressive, isn't it? Bloody oath you can. It's an innovation made possible through the application of my research. The core launch mechanism hasn't changed though, so you can't steer the pods like traditional aircraft. But you can adjust your trajectory to hone in on a landing point once the parachute is opened. Traveling by air in this fashion is an efficient way to traverse uneven terrain with minimal effort. Of course, you want to make sure your flight path is clear of obstacles before you launch. It's entirely possible to fly smack bang into a wall if you're reckless, and that would hurt. A lot. Yeah, some people should think twice about using catapults. Thanks again. I'm glad we could meet. You've given me a renewed hope for the future. Come visit.
Order completed. Well done. Order set. Is good. Thank you.
The next one's named.
covered everything then. Great. Let's get it delivered.
Look at you. Putting in the hard yakka even in this weather. Well, better check your orders, I suppose. Where did you find this cargo? Oh. You've actually inspired me to come up with a new idea. I'd love it if you could try it out. More materials on hand means more options at your disposal.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Oh! Both its damage, the chiral network, it's enabled. Anyway, as for my next project, I hope I can...
Order completed. Well done.
I hope you help me achieve my
Everything seems to be in the right place.
Awesome.
Valley. The valley was formed by a gatequake, which caused a large section of the ridge leading to the peak to collapse. From here, the clouds can be seen to spread across the sky like an ocean. However, do not let the scenic view distract you, as there are many steep slopes from which you can slip and fall to your death.
Leaving neural networks coverage.
that isn't... I really can't thank you enough. I got you something to return the favor. I've been reviewing materials, Alan.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I present. It's the least I can do, after all.
Order completed. Well done.
creation. Delivery.
across snowy mountains is a lot to ask of any. And rubbing shoulders with BTs to recover someone else's stuff. You're one hell of a guy. Sit tight. This is just wonderful. I can see the love and care you put into your craft. Good job finding this. Honestly, I'd already... There's no denying it. I'd like you to put this show...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
And now I'm finally online. Accordingly, I was able to analyze the cargo you just dropped off. Seems it was developed with the aid of an unknown technology, which, from what I can tell, it reacts to chiral radiation on a specific wave. The reason I mention it is because the chiral shock cannon data I share, the chiral radiation it generates can pass through objects without, practically speaking, it should also deal damage to BTs, and you can't use it without Gotta think before you fuck. You know, even I've heard stories about Higgs and his plans. So if the chiral shock cannon helps you stop him, that'll make my day. And if you can deliver my research data to South Fort Knott, there's a lot of other folks on this mountain doing specialized research. If you bring them onto the chiral network too... Well, I'm familiar with the tar therapist, at least. He's researching potential applications of the stuff as a healing agent. While his specialty is medicine, he's also well-versed in various tar phenomena. If all that sounds interesting, So I'd say your best bet is to find cargo that didn't make it to him. It's entirely possible he might be able to offer you things neither one of us can possibly imagine. It fires a focused bolt of chiral radiation packs a powerful punch. It's also great against mechs. Hell, this spectrum of chiral... Its size does make it a touch. If you can get South Fort Knott onto the chiral network, they've got some quality facilities of their... I came here with the advance expedition, actually. Can't go anywhere without tripping over stranded cargo in these parts. The stuff we found was like nothing we'd ever seen before. So, when my mentor was about to leave for South Fort Knott, I thought that if I got this place on the chiral, moving forward, I expected... Thanks again. I'm still concerned about the armed survivor, so I'll be rooting for you to keep on doing what... I don't know if I can come up with anything else to help with that, but your support would be appreciated too. Anyway, I'm prepping some cargo I'd like taken to South Fort Knott. Be warned that this cargo can so if and when you take this main order, handle it with the utmost care. Good luck with everything.
Sam, apologies for the sudden call. Once again, I'm contacting you via our dedicated private line. No one else will be able to listen in on our conversation. I'll get to the point. Has Charlie ever behaved in a manner you felt was suspicious? I ask because his credibility, as routinely calculated by APAS, appears to have dropped sharply. Despite attempting to confirm his credentials via the UCA's National ID Registry, it does not appear anyone has ever actually met the man. It may well be the case that he does not even exist. A ghost, so to speak. I can only hope that my suspicions are unfounded. For now, Sam, proceed to South Fort Knott and put it on the chiral network as planned. It is imperative that we improve the DHV Magellan's capabilities to better contend with Higgs and his forces. And the sooner we connect all of Australia to the network, when you are ready to proceed...
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, we should stay focused on our primary mission. That end, you should pick up the next main order from the Phantom Smith's terminal.
Disengaging weapons
I
restrictions.
will take care, Sam. Construction process now complete.
Sam, doing a great job.
なんてさ自分で作らなくちゃこれぞ絶叫だドラドラドラありがと迷惑かランダム電話びっくりだわ生きてりゃ毎日大変大問題の後には楽しいことあるからランダム電話叫んじゃえば人権だ毎日大変大成功の種だと笑えないちゃうな笑えこらったぬるんだったこらった牛がいたまえなんなんののせ虫かげかやなんなんののせなんだなんなんののせ虫かげかや受け取り拒否れるぞどんな空でも君はふっと期待が回るどっちが地面とかし死にたくないどうかしてるって褒め言葉どうもならない夢さ誰か会いたいって言ってよね嬉しいからねやっほやっほならこっち来れば一歩目からだセミはちょっと無理だろやばいお値段まで待って思わず出ちゃったよこなんてはこなんたらはめちゃくちゃやってみるか大混乱も大好き楽しいなら大好きこなんては歌っちゃえばまだまだやっちゃおうかな大旋風吹き荒れろ笑え明日も笑えこなったルンルンだったこなった虫がいたまえなんか伝えたがる変われ変われ世界変われるためにみんな聞こえるかい聞こえるかいランダム電話びっくりだわ生きてりゃ毎日大変大問題の
Feel that speed!
楽しいことあるからランダム電話叫んじゃえば人権だ毎日大変大成功の種だと笑えないじゃうな笑えこなったルンルンだったこなった虫がいたまえこなったルンルンだったこなったののののイエー
Hope is the thing that flows, that catches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Hope. Hope.
little weather. The cargo isn't...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I've been thinking of giving you this gift. A shame the weather...
Order completed. Well done. Order accepted. Thank you.
Keepers of the sky. Some souls are just meant. Keepers of the sky. Some souls are just meant to fly. No one's free quite like you. See the world through different eyes. Hear your songs and feel alive. Hope is always their love. Don't let it pass you by. Keepers of the sky. Some souls are just meant to fly. Keepers of the sky. Some souls are just meant to fly. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all.
Well, order accepted. Thank you.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
You're the greatest.
Hydration recommended. Good evening, Sam. Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Some of the finest. I've been wanting to find a way to support your efforts, so I'd like you to have this. I've increased your materials allocation. There should be more at your disposal now.
Now displaying your current quarter.
This multi-rocket launcher's capabilities, with this baby, of course, you can also focus all. It's an especially effective tech. Now, but having seen the enemies I expect you'll have to contend, don't ever point it at a human being, though.
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, you doing all right?
Thank you. Kindly.
Structure successfully dismantled.
Unable to obtain additional data from the DHV Magellan. Updating information.
accepted. Thank you.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
You'll be in my thoughts.
Well, I know you're tired, dear, so I shut the door and leave for a glass of red champagne. Put it on the TV screen.
Now leaving Girl Network coverage.
Nearby.
drawbridge, credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Well, hazardous materials notwithstanding. At one moment, while I could... This cargo is in superb shape. You've done a wonderful job. Well now, I'm on the cusp of a break. Go ahead.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
On the network at last, eh? This should enable me to increase the pace of my research into new defensive solutions. As for the cargo you brought me, I applied a few finishing touches. It is a devastatingly powerful weapon. You'll find it deals unparalleled damage to BTs as well as ghost mechs. Which might come in handy, since it's not just armed survivalists that have been sighted recently. It's hard to say, but... So that's all the more reason to have weapons suited to dealing with his minions. Ideally, this cannon would only be effective against BTs, unfortunately though, such firepower. In addition, you can swap them in and out as you like when customizing. I highly recommend using these if you're planning to tackle a snow-covered mountain. It fires chiral particles at an extremely high velocity, whilst it needs a moment. And it will automatically track hostile giant BTs, and it's truly unfortunate, but we have a necessary escalation to combat Higgs and his forces. But I must also reiterate that due to the destructive potential of this cannon, it should never be used where humans may be harmed. In the wake of the deaths, the research team to which I belong has worked. The Phantom Smith is also one of our number. The two of us shared a mentor, as it happens. The man responsible, his influence is largely why... We don't yet know why ghost mechs are able to operate outside, and if the underlying... Fortunately, the car, I strongly suspect, will... Thank you again for your help. I'll be sure to continue my research into... I intend to look into ways of ensuring we have greater freedom of movement with... Oh, before you go, a gift I was instructed to give you by my mentor. This cargo will allow you to enhance... I'll need some time to prepare it for transport, but I'll be sure to post the order by the time you wake up.
Sam, it's me. Our enemies have grown bolder and more aggressive, but I see you were all able to fend them off in the end. Chiral network coverage now stands in excess of 85% across Australia. We are already seeing indications of plate gate formation in the near future as well. Just a bit more, Sam. I know you and your comrades will finish what we've started. And to prepare for what's to come, I encourage you to rest in your private room. Be advised, Sam, that I've switched this call to private mode. We need to talk about Charlie. I reviewed the contract between APAC and Drawbridge and followed the money. By doing so, I was able to confirm that funding for Drawbridge was provided by none other than Bridges, though they used intermediaries to obfuscate the transactions. In other words, Drawbridge cannot be considered as an independent civilian organization. Should these details... Your attempts to integrate Mexico and Australia into... When I tasked Drawbridge with these missions, it was under the assumption that it was... But I APAC and you yourselves may have all been deceived. I will continue to pursue this.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Just like old times.
Where are we?
This place does wonders for my mood. The repairs to the DHV Magellan are still ongoing, so I thought to return here and see if I couldn't make progress with our Lu investigation.
Learn anything new?
Well, at the Motherhood's facility, we managed to confirm that Lu's original serial number was none other than BB00. And this is what I found when I attempted to search for associated records. To build the chiral network, 9 sacrificial BBs were prepared. However, the network's original design required only 1. A single sacrificial BB unit, facilitating chiral communications across the entire North American continent. This approach called for what was dubbed a core bridge baby, and BB00 was a lucky candidate assigned to play this role. However, Bridges subsequently abandoned the idea, their tests having failed to yield the desired results. And so it was that the model requiring multiple sacrificial BBs was ultimately adopted.
Meanwhile, Lu was placed into storage for an extended period, and for reasons yet unknown, inherited the identity of BB-28.
Records indicate that the Bridges research team was responsible for the reclassification.
Were they trying to cover up the earlier experiments by falsifying Lu's production year, perhaps? Or did Bridges have some other hidden agenda?
I'm afraid that remains unclear.
Well, we now know Lu was born 11 years ago. There may very well have been a connection with Neil.
You know, my fondness for this place isn't wholly nostalgic. It has the most delightful hot springs, you see. Though, truth be told, even they aren't my favorite thing about it. If you can find the time, you should come visit. Give the old bones a soak.
Oh, a warm bath does sound good.
Perfect treat for a weary traveler. Anyway, I'll see you aboard the Magellan.
Do you read me, Sam? This is Tarman. I've relocated my hand at last. Yep, now that our connection has been re-established. But that won't be enough for what's coming. South Fort Knot. It so happens that they were instrumental in just a few more hurdles, Sam. Access the South Fort Knot delivery terminal and take care of the main order for me.
Was that, tasty, Sam? That's a groovy pair of specs, Sam.
Pierre's... To think his mentor was instrumental... One could go so far... I don't...
Thank you for coming. Wer auf dem entscheidet. Die other father.
Departing facility.
Hello, Sam. Feeling rested and refreshed? I finished preparing your next delivery for you. The equipment to enhance the DHV Magellan's weaponry. You'll find it useful... Oh, and my...
Sam, I did a deep dive into the DHV Magellan's provenance. While it is indeed a civilian vessel that has been retrofitted for this mission, the financing for that work appears to have come from Bridget's own accounts. It would be fair to say that this would make it a government vessel. Charlie was involved in all of the relevant transactions as well. This only increases the likelihood that Charlie has connections to the UCA. Of course, it now seems likely that Charlie does not exist. In which case, these actions may have actually been the work of APAC. If everything, including the extension of network infrastructure, was simply a pretext for territorial expansion, then it's plain our company has made a grave error. Further investigation is warranted, but that will require a little more time, as will the DHV Magellan's repairs, for that matter. This is a delicate situation that requires caution, and we cannot afford to ignore the threat that Higgs poses either. As such, your best course of action is to continue to undertake main orders and prioritize linking up the remainder of the continent. As always, I will contact you if and when I learn more. Go.
Order set. Thank you.
Well, I know you're tired, dear. So I'll shut the door and leave. For a glass of wet champagne, pour it on the TV screen.
Chairman is away on the beach, so I've taken the liberty of borrowing his Ha again in his absence. I've also been making use of my own time on the beach to scour the UCA database for answers about BB00. As we previously thought that BB00 was placed into storage and reclassified as BB28, and that this was done by Bridges to conceal the existence of the Cord Bridge baby program from... However, it turns out that information was falsified. And now we know what really happened. Bridges intended to decommission and dispose of BB00, but someone intervened behind the scenes. They ensured that BB00 was spared and sent to a storage facility where it received the BB28 serial number. Per the official records, however, BB00 was decommissioned, and Bridges had no reason to believe otherwise. So, who do you think was behind this deception? Well, I determined which account was used to manipulate the BB records. It was registered to a Bridges member with the highest level access permissions. As you may have guessed, Sam, it was the leader of the first expedition, Amelie. And she did it all just to protect Lou.
It was Amelie. I can't believe she went to such lengths. It was thanks to her that you could even meet Lou in the first place then.
Take care, Sam.
But you still put up a fight. Well, I know you're tired, dear, so shut the door and leave.
Sense them, Sam. Be on your guard for BTs.
delivery route.
Welcome back, Sam. I see you come bearing gifts. Just give me a moment to check your cargo. Struth, Sam. This cargo's in flawless condition. You're in a class of your own.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
Here's a little something for you. We'll prep the main cannon for immediate use and look into making improvements to the other armaments. It won't be long now till the DHV Magellan is fully operational. Anyway, I'd better hurry up and see to the remaining repairs. Thanks again, Sam.
Sam, your next objective will also be your last. Terminal Fort Knott. To put them on the grid, you'll first need to link up the Southern Environmental Observatory. It's safe to assume that this final step will be the most challenging yet. For now, you should rest in the private route.
While you were resting, Fragile and the others made it back to the ship safe. They were able to procure all the materials we needed without... Tarman has just finished installing our new main cannon. Even so, now it's time for us to do what we can.
Did you sleep well, Sam? Repairs to the DHV Magellan. We're ready for you to chart our next course. The main cannon is being fitted as well. I'll let you know when it's ready for use. Anyway, finish off anything you need, then prepare to continue expanding the chiral network. We're counting on you, Sam.
Sam, this is Charlie. Your next order requires that you accomplish 2 specific objectives. First of all, you are to proceed to the armed survivalist base and destroy all the chiral jammers you find there. So long as even a single one remains active, it is therefore essential that you remove this impediment. Our latest reports indicate that there are hostiles on site who are equipped with electromagnetic shields. This would give them a significant defensive advantage. If you intend to go on the offensive, after you have destroyed all the chiral jammers, head directly to the Southern Environmental Observatory. A contingent of ghost mechs has been sighted dangerously close to the facility. We need to bring it onto the chiral network before these mechs can get into position and prevent us from doing so. Once you've extended network coverage, there's no time to waste, Sam.